Evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Virginia University duel versus York College out of Pennsylvania. I'm Todd Magoon,
And I'm Autumn Costin.
and York College is led by Dwayne Bastress, and his assistant coaches are Corey King, Kyle Flickinger, and Matt Hesse. The ref is Tom Hawkins tonight. This duel will be starting at 141 pounds with Brooks Fletcher out of SVU. Southern Virginia is led by Coach Logan Davis and assistant coach Brady Tuttle and Brandon Flood. Wrestling director of operations is Wright Knoll. But going back to that first match, Brooks Fletcher will be wrestling Gregory Warner from York College.
And we also have basketball on Tuesday from 3 to 5. And also join us for the wrestling duel on the 3rd, on February 3rd.
Yes, and both of those will be broadcast live by the SVU broadcast team, and tune in on the link and watch them live. But it's about to get wrestling underway, and refs handing out ankle bands. Both teams are green and have green singlets, so it might be a little confusing without those ankle bands if you're a ref. Starting off this duel, the Knights will be down right now 12 points as each forfeited weight class, which is 125 and 133 for the Knights, will be 16 points. So Brooks Fletcher is out of Bountiful, Utah. He's a freshman. He wrestled at Bountiful High School, and I think he transferred out of somewhere else, but it's a takedown for York College. He's riding a cross wrist tilt right now, or cross wrist hold, trying to keep Brooks down. And Brooks have to scrape that free, get the other wrist off, and then start basing up. Brooks did only give up 2 1 counts, but there should be no near fall points awarded after this. They is dragging him, counting it out of bounds. Did just collect a 2 count though for 2 near fall points. He so awarded the 2 near fall. Brooks just keeps moving, hoping to catch him somewhere, as long as he can get his leg free somehow or get away. Just remember talking with Brooks, this move that Gregory's going for right now is Brooks said this is like his absolute phobia when he's wrestling. He hated the banana split, which is why he probably countered it so well. They're resetting in the middle. Brooks is down by 4 points, and York has a minute 6 riding time and minute 24 left in the period. Brooks needs to fight a claw.
All he has to do is get up and he can get at least 1 point.
Yeah, York wasn't careful just then. He about almost gave up a defensive fall, but Brooks did just score a reversal, giving up 4 near fall, but starts tearing away at that riding time. And as Autumn was saying, that with wrestling, it's when you're on bottom, there's 2 ways you could really score. Is you could get a reversal, which Brooks just did, or you could just stand up, get away, and escape, which he didn't do this time, but he got the more points. That's what I would usually go for if I was wrestling. And I'm not as good on neutral, so I don't like being standing up in front of someone. I'm not fast. So Brooks just needs a re-switch and doesn't get it. Catch a foot and elevate it. Gives up another reversal. Gets another 4 count. Makes the score 14-2. Brooks needs to look away from this half Nelson that he's running right now. Base down, get his chest down like he is. He's doing good. Getting that fought off and getting back up to his feet.
Is that the end? The total is 14, York,
Yeah.
and we have 2. They are doing neutral.
There was some technical difficulty with the clock, but just like Autumn said, going into the second period, the score will be 14-2 in favor of York, or the red wrestler. And starting up on neutral, I think York's gonna try to. Oh no, the takedown won't make a tech fall, but it looks like that's what he's going for. He's got a lot of points. He locks in a major right now. Brooks doesn't score a lot, but the way I know Brooks is he keeps wrestling, and
Brooks just got a takedown. So he's coming back.
and Brooks only down by 10. He still has a lot of work to do. He's cutting down riding time. And he's working a really tight cross with wrist, going for a bob wire turn. Now a far side cradle. He does have a hand. This guy's probably about to get an escape and get away. And Brooks puts it back neutral. I think Brooks needs to stay on him and probably just wear him out, get back to his 2-on-1 like he is right now, or the Russian tie. There's a minute left in the second period. And
Could he
Brooks,
take a shot?
yeah, he could. He has to set it up though, get his feet moving, get the other guy's feet moving, move his leg Brooks would have to move York's leg to where he wants it for a shot. Like didn't.
So what exactly did York just do?
He sprawled, countered a shot, but Brooks was in deep and he had that arm trapped and went across and did a little knee pick from the bottom.
So in the end, what York did benefited Brooks.
Yeah, you could say that. I don't know if York went out going, I'm going to set something up for him to take me, but Brooks is a really strange wrestler, and he just got kneed right in the forehead. That probably didn't feel too good for York.
So does it continue for the 25 seconds?
Yes.
It is currently 6 SVU, 15 York.
Brooks is starting on top because he was in the top position when they went out of bounds, so they reset in the middle where he was at.
So is he trying to cradle?
I think he's working a cross with. I think he might be looking for a tilt, just from my experience of wrestling with Brooks. He's working the wing now.
What is exactly the wing?
It's
Is that his arm position right there?
that's that arm that he has trapped in right there. He's gonna try to.
Having that arm trapped, does that benefit Brooks a lot?
Yeah, it's actually a really advantage move. Brooks has to break him down and start running it towards his head, but York chooses to go top, putting Brooks down. There's only last period here. There's 8 seconds of riding time. The score is 6-5 in favor of York. There's a caution. They did change the rule, so whenever the top man's covering them, they have to wait another second, which is throwing a lot of wrestlers off right now because they're used to like a rolling start where they cover and the whistle comes right after, and they decided to change that so the top man or the bottom man can't watch the ref and jump it a little bit too close to call. Brooks needs to fight that. Turn in, Brooks, get your inside arm out. Inside arm out, there you go. That is a reversal, but I believe Brooks may have, oh no, Brooks did not give up 2 near fall on that, which I thought he did, but I'm not the ref.
What exactly is he doing with trapping his own foot right there?
That's he's trapping that leg in right there. He wants to build leverage up. He's probably going to try to reach under that far arm and he's gonna flatten him down like he's working for right now. But he's probably gonna work for a guillotine turn, and that's, he grabs the opposite side his legs in, and he's gonna pretty much grab it and pull it behind his head. One of my favorite pinning combinations.
Brooks is catching up though.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Right now, it doesn't look like Brooks isn't getting anything done in the top. If I was him, I would probably let him up and go neutral, or Brooks should probably let him up and just start trying to score takedowns and see how much he could close this big lead, unless he could get 2 turns. If he got 2 turns.
What exactly is he doing now?
He's keeping him flat and just trying not to let him up. But
so just trapping him, basically.
Yeah. I think Brooks should let him up and start getting takedowns.
Like that? Oh, no, never mind.
But if Brooks does stay here, he will not give up bonus points, because he will end up with riding time, which will make the score. He should just run off a double leg right here. Expose him. Brooks needs to expose him right now. He is getting spladled, though. And Brooks did just get caught in a spladle, which is a really rare move to see at the college level, but it happens, and people get caught in it all the time. I think that's exactly what happened with Brooks. But at the end of that match, it was a 21-18 decision in favor of York, which gives an additional 4 points to York College out of Pennsylvania. Coming up next at 157, SVU does not have a 149, but at 157 is Travis Trahan and
David Keith.
I believe Travis is a senior
At SVU.
Yeah, Travis is a senior from SVU from Lake Charles, Louisiana, out of Sulphur High School in Louisiana. So the match is just getting underway. Travis is on a nice shot right now. He needs to watch his leg. I think he needs to either pop his head to the outside right here or just start trying to sit him to a leg. The ref's probably going to call stalemate here real soon. No action's really happening because Travis seems like he's just sitting there, but I think it's about to be a stalemate. Oh, Travis does hit a low lift. And Travis is in a really weird position, but that's how he wrestles. He's in weird positions all the time. And
who has the advantage right now?
in my opinion, I'd say York is probably in a better wrestling position because Travis barely has his leg in. He has Travis's ankle just like that. And as I say that, York gets the takedown. Right here, Travis just needs to start peeling hands and start standing up. And
or like you said, he could get a point, at least gain a point by getting up.
Yes.
And now he's got him in a cradle?
No, that's actually, he just has a leg caught in there. The cradle's when the head and then usually an arm around a leg, which I don't know if we have many cradle wrestlers on our team right now, but from what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of. We don't have a really cradle heavy team. Travis is trying to, he needs to shake that leg loose that York has in right now, then start working his inside arm out right now, which I think he could start working right now if he's just explodes to it just like that. Now he needs to start getting his leg out. It doesn't work. He couldn't get his leg clear. I think right now the key for Travis getting up is getting his leg free from the figure four lock that York has in right now.
What are some options that he has if he can get his leg out?
If he gets his leg out, it just depends on where he moves from that. Travis is a really funky wrestler, which means he doesn't do a lot of traditional wrestling techniques. So I don't know if he makes it up as he goes, but that's usually how it works for those non-traditional wrestlers. They usually just kind of.
So currently the score is 2 in favor for York.
And York has built up a 1:35 riding time with 40 seconds left in the first period.
Like what we've seen before, Travis could do a reversal.
Yes.
And attempt to take down the riding time.
Yes, but he still needs to get his leg loose. He had it out, and then I don't know how he got it back in, but the leg slid back in, which makes it very difficult for a person on bottom to move. But York is working it's a Turk. It's a crossface. Oh, it might be going for a cradle now. Travis is really flexible. I don't know if I would See. Oh, Travis was saved by the buzzer on that one from the 2 count. The ref had probably about 1.5 counted. And so at the end of the
So Travis is now on top.
the way these work out is when the captains go out there and meet, the ref will flip the disc, and whoever's color it is, like FCU's green in this duel, they'll say, well, green, do you want odd or evens? And that means the odd or even match. So if this was, say, SVU chose match R, they chose evens. And this
so
is
what
match
is
number
that
2.
move that he has him in right now?
He's has like a, this is like with Travis, so he's like a really not traditional wrestler, so it's kind of hard to put a label on what he actually does. But right now he's working a crossface. That when he was on his butt, I probably couldn't put a name to it, but just non-traditional wrestling, which is, I'm a big fan of it. It's really exciting,
So
really fun to watch.
Travis is cutting down the riding time from 150-ish to about 130 now.
And Travis has about 30 more seconds on top to make the riding time not a factor at the end of the match. And by that, as whatever wrestler has over a minute of riding time by the end of the match does receive 1 point, or by the time of regular match.
So when he had his wrists, does that give an advantage to the person grabbing the wrist, or does it depend?
Who was I did not see who was actually
Travis had York's wrist before he got up.
Yeah, that was actually an advantage of Travis right there, because holding the wrist, and here comes, you're about to see probably cliche Travis with not very funky wrestling. If I was Travis, I would step over that ankle on the backside to trap him in, but sit in the corner. He has a crotch lift in right now and needs to do something, either throw it over or maybe might be holding on, praying for a stalemate, which the ref would have to call. I think it's probably coming in.
And Travis gave up.
Yeah, I think if Travis would have sat there and held on for a second, he probably would have got it. I don't know if his arms got burnt out.
But he did cut the time down.
Yeah, he did cut the riding time down to a minute, and it's ticking back up and at this. But I think if Travis would have held on that crotch lift, the ref looks like he's about to get that. But at the end of the second period, the score is 5-0 in favor of York. York does decide to go neutral, started on their feet at the beginning of the third period. And there's a minute 16 riding time in favor of York. But the fun thing about Travis is he does.
Did Travis go in a little early for that shot?
I think it was actually perfect timing because he got to a leg, but he needs to work from here, which is something that is shown in his match so far. Is he's really good at getting to where he wants to be. It just seems like when he gets there, he seems like a little surprised that he got there, and he kind of gets a little shell shock. He just stops for a second, which is, I think it's starting to hurt him. But that is a 2-point takedown for. Ooh, it's a very unorthodox turn for sure. I've never seen a leg get trapped in like that. Travis is fighting. It's probably really hard with his leg trapped how it is though. And
with it bent like that?
Yes, and York College has, the wrestler from York College does have a lot of time on his side to either work for this fall, and it's a very definitely ununique turn, and Travis did give up the fall and a very weird turn.
The ending score was 0-7 in favor of York.
Yeah, but he did pick up the win by a pin, or by fall, by pin. So
next we have with SVU, Jared Watts, and from York we have Jared is.
And from York College is John Anthony. This is 174 pounds.
And Jared Watts is a sophomore. He comes from Fairview, Utah. Graduated from North Sampt High School.
Jared, I really enjoy him watching. We were on last duel up at Greensboro College. He picked up a tech fall
He had
And
he had the speed too.
Oh yeah, he was fast. He looks like a guy who doesn't play any games. He just comes out there, gets his match done, and just gets off the mat, calls it a day. But picked up a tech fall, like I said, in like a minute 45 seconds,
He's got
a minute
some real
50.
competition with York though.
Yeah, York is a tough team.
York seems really good from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, York's a pretty solid team. I think they're pretty close to breaking top 25 rankings at D3 at Intermat, but
So far they started off neutral.
there's already a lot of action going on right now, and just good wrestling right now. Just knock a minute off. I think I've seen plenty of offense from both wrestlers, and
Both of them have no games to play. They do not do stalling so far.
And they're out there just sitting out there in the middle, just banging it out, just being entertaining. Entertaining for me, at least. I love it, watching people just sit in the middle and just go toe-to-toe to see virtually who's
I feel like as soon as Jared sees the open spot, he's going to take a shot.
Yeah, Jared's moving him around, though, getting that guy's feet moving, getting him out of position, but
He's wearing him down, too.
Looks like right now they're just in the middle trying to virtually wear each other out to pretty much see who's the bigger man, who's not going to break. And by break, I mean there's a point in a wrestling match whenever you're so exhausted and you just don't want to keep going, and you have two decisions at that point, and that's one, either keep wrestling, or two, just call it a day and give up the match. And then
Jared just almost went for a shot, but he backed down as soon as he saw that it was not going to be completed.
And
they've been going at it for almost a minute now.
About 2 minutes.
Almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, the layout in college wrestling is the first period is a 3-minute period, which is the one they're in right now. Then the
I
second.
feel like this whole period's just going to be them trying to wear each other out.
Oh, probably. That's usually how most first periods start off. But the second, the third
he
period.
went for the leg.
The second period and the third period are 2 minutes long. And if you're familiar with wrestling and not familiar with the newer rules, the reason why red was called for stalling there is there's a new rule implemented. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the international freestyles. The same rules that the FILA, the Olympic Committee, brought in, and it's kind of like related to a passive call, which means they're rewarding the wrestler who is pushing the action, who's going for his shots, who's not virtually per se backing out of bounds, but
which would be Jared in this case.
Yeah.
So nobody scored this first period. Now we are in the second period of 2 minutes.
Yes.
With York doing defense.
He chooses the bottom position, which
could be a very big advantage for Jared.
Yeah, especially
knowing his speed.
Yeah, because just from his last match,
and
does have a lot of power.
There we go.
Ryan Anthony from York is a junior. He is from Easton, Maryland, and he went to Easton High School. His major is accounting. But this is pretty much when at that Greensboro duel that we were at. This is pretty much where Jared made his money. He was on this guy. He's on him like white on rice. He was just on him, turning and turning and turning. But
so York got
the escape,
and Jared got the takedown.
Oh, he actually got a 2-point near fall. He started on the top position, but he did build up 25 seconds of riding time, and from what I've seen is I could possibly see if I was coach, which I'm not, but I could see him going to the bottom position and trying to get the escape to make it so.
Jared just needs to get his foot out.
Actually, Jared can't virtually do that. He needs to keep wrestling on the edge and then somehow work the opponent out of bounds too, because if he just turns around and kicks out of bounds, he will get hit with that stalling call like you've seen York. But this bad situation turned into a very solid situation for Jared. And if you're watching at home and are familiar with SVU football, Jared Watts is one of the few running backs that we have here at SVU, and
York has chosen bottom position, and He escaped. They are now neutral.
So with the 4-2 score and
25 seconds left.
in the second period, I believe. I can't see the period marker. I believe it's still the second though. It is. Okay, so it is confirmed that it is the second period. But while I was on the topic of football, SVU did just release the name of its new football coach, which is Joe Dupay. He was assistant coach at. Oh. By the way, that was some very, very good wrestling right there at that last bit. Both wrestlers going hard. Jared was trying to get him off his legs, get him back in the position where he could score again. And
Jared chose bottom position.
Yes, which he honestly, as long as he does not get turned, if he gets ridden for a little bit, he could still win the match, even if the riding time, which would swing over a minute for York. But he could still virtually win the match 4-3 if he just stays on bottom. But
Jared just got the escape.
And then
they're now neutral.
He does have probably an offensive onslaught coming on by Ryan Anthony of York. He's probably going to have to keep getting takedowns. He's going to start going to get takedowns. Listen to his coaches right now. They're yelling offense. They pretty much told him to let him go. Don't know why that was not a stalling call. York backed out, but I think if he does it again, it's going to be another stalling call, which would give Jared another point at this point, because if your first stalling one, you get a warning, and then the next one, you give a point for the second one, you give a point for the third one, and I think the fourth one's 2 points, and then the fifth one may be a disqualification if I'm not mistaken. But I think if Jared should just stay right there in the middle and just keep banging it out.
There's 57 seconds left. The score is 5-2.
Jared's going to start defending this shot. Try not to give up the takedown. He does give up a takedown, though.
But it's okay.
Yeah, he's still actually, he's going to be...
He just got up. Never mind.
Yeah, right.
Yep, nope, he did get the escape.
Yeah, I think York was going to give him the escape anyways. He's trying to tie this matchup, which might try to win it, which means he has to get some takedowns. He's going to get another takedown. If he gets it, he either sit on top of him or ride him out for the last 30 seconds and send it to overtime. If not, he's going to cut him and try to get 2 takedowns in this last 30 seconds.
But seeing Jared at the last duel, he's not going to let that happen, because he knows what York's intentions are.
Yeah,
so he's going to do everything in his power. Oh, he just...
If Jared has 9 seconds right now before this goes to overtime. If he wants to get it, York's going to be doing his best to hold him down, and Jared's going to be digging his deepest to get away and get his 1 point. But another thing, like you're saying, like last match with
He just got up. Nope. Oh, so close. If Jared could just try to going into overtime.
Yes, and the way these overtime periods are laid out is there's a 1 minute sudden victory, which is kind of like related to soccer's like a golden goal. Pretty much whoever gets the first point wins. So how Jared has, or how Anthony from York has that stalling call. Ooh, don't know why that wasn't a stalling call again. He's just backing up. He's not turning his hips and he's not attacking, but
that should have been a stalling call.
I think that was a really close one, but there's still 41 or about 35 seconds left in this sudden victory, and looks like they're sitting right out in the middle. From what I know about Jared, I know he does not like to lose, which is why he's probably digging so deep. This all he has to do is get his hand off this whizzer, which a whizzer is kind of like an overhook if you're familiar with wrestling. Step into a body lock or get right off of his shot.
That York person looks very tired.
York did dig it out with 11 seconds in the sudden victory to squeeze out a 8-6 2-point victory in overtime. Very solid match. Both great match, but coming up next at 184 will be Dylan Dawson from SVU, and
Jesse Huber from York. Now, what I do know about Dylan is he is fast
yeah, he
and
is.
mean.
Oh yeah, he's
He's a beast.
kind of like a pit bull if you think about it. He's like just out there, he goes for it. But
But Dylan Dawson is a freshman. He came from Madison Heights, Virginia, and graduated from Amherst County High School.
yeah, he's a really slick guy. Kind of don't know really what's gonna come at him. He really does like he likes kind of, I don't know if he baits them in, but he likes it when people grabs his wrist, then he hits a step inside like a trip and an arm drag, combined
What
as
would
one.
you say is his best move?
That arm drag that I was just reaching up, but he
As
is,
you can see, he's fighting to get up.
yeah, he's gonna get
Ooh.
right back up there. I can see him
Yep.
he's gonna hustle back to the middle, and I think Dylan's like
York
those.
has chosen top.
Oh no, he actually got the takedown. So then when they went out of bounds, they start off back where the
Ah.
position was. But Dylan kind of reminds me of those commercials when you see the Energizer Bunny and it just keeps going. It's kind of how Dylan is. He just won't stop wrestling, keeps going.
He's a fighter, I'll
And then-
admit. Oh, he just rolled his way out of there.
He did a nice
That was
Granby
an
high-low
awesome
roll. Yeah. See,
And there he goes.
there's that trip thing I was saying about. He does go to a low lift. He does have his arm trap, but he just hold on to this leg. He's going to stand him up and drop him on his side. I don't know.
Who had the advantage on that one?
I don't know. That was a dirty club, though. I don't think Dylan's going to take that. He's probably going to, club him right back. Dylan's that kind of guy where he just...
You get clubbed,
Oh,
he'll club you like 10 times harder.
Yeah, he's like when I was in high
Dylan
school.
is a fighter, though.
Yeah.
I have to admit.
Yeah,
He
he's
is a very fighter. Didn't
yeah.
he just get injured, his thumb,
Oh,
at
he's...
the last
Oh,
duel?
no, he's actually had that injured for a long time. He's just kind of like a stubborn mule. Where he,
Oh, Dylan's not going to take
watch
it.
that. The ref needs to watch that knee. He's cranking on that, probably intentionally, because he's probably mad that he almost got taken down and then got the club, and then Dylan got him back, which kind of like reminds me of my high school days of wrestling. My coach said, someone clubs me, you club them right back. Club them just as hard as they hit you. So
Dylan's trying to fight, but what's stopping him from being able to get up?
the York guy's keeping a lot of pressure on him, keeping him on his hands and his elbows, which is really hard
It's
to
okay,
get up.
Dylan's going to get up.
Yeah, Dylan probably work his way up. He's at the base building, get up, but
Base building.
yeah, which
Is that crucial?
yeah, base building is like when they start off and they restart in the all fours. That's virtually yeah.
Oh, I thought for a second Dylan was going to try to get up.
No, York he kind of ran it too fast. He didn't do it the right way, but he does have an arm trap right now. He's probably gonna go for a tilt to Dylan's right side. But like I was saying about base building, that's like kind of where you get the flow of the bottom position going on. You
All
work
Dylan
it out.
needs to do is try to just get one point again
Yeah,
by
just-
standing up, because I know he's a fighter.
Yeah.
He's not one to give up.
No. I think he might just ride it out these last 2 seconds. He has been looking at the clock, but
It's okay. That York guy really made him mad, so which means
I think Dylan elects to go neutral on this one.
which is his specialty, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's really good at it. I could see him probably just taking him down and letting him up if he get his flow going on his feet, getting things going how he wants. I think Dylan should start getting pressure on him. This guy's backing up. I don't know what he's doing, but
You can tell by the look on Dylan's face. He is not playing games anymore.
no, this York guy wants to wrestle on the edge too, and Dylan doesn't want to do it. And there's
the takedown.
yep, and there's that arm drag to the trip that I was talking to you about just at the beginning of the match.
Oh.
But right here, if I was Dylan, I like to go neutral and then just Dylan has a messed up thumb right now. He tore some ligaments up right now, but he's
gonna come right back.
yeah, he'll come out.
As soon as that minute or the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What is it that they called?
It's injury time right now. I don't know
Is it
exact.
depending?
I don't know the exact amount. I don't know the exact amount of injury time they have right now, but in this short break we could learn a little bit more about Dylan Dawson here. He oh, never mind. Yeah, I was on the SVU wrestling page on the SVU or athletic side SVU.edu where you could
Well, both
read up on all the
wrestlers
sports.
seem to be injured.
Well, yeah, it looks like he probably had York had a pre-existing shoulder injury, and
So they're both fighting.
yeah,
for
they're
what they
probably
have.
fighting
They're
injuries
probably
right
being
now.
Stubborn.
Yeah, I think Dylan's trying to pop his back into place right now, which he did, and then our wonderful head trainer over there, Chad, he's fixing him up and taping him back up and getting him
Just so
back
you
out
guys
there ready
know,
to go.
Chad is probably one of the best trainers I have ever been to.
Yeah, because when I was at Oklahoma and that trainer.
So, Dylan is back.
Oh, yeah.
York has requested bottom.
And then Dylan does he starts off with an optional start, which is when you see him put his hands on him, which means he's just gonna let him go. I think gives
into
that
neutral.
yeah, and then see right now Dylan's gonna start working his takedowns again and start working that drag in or working another angles on his takedowns.
Ooh, that was so close.
Yeah.
So was that York trying to get a shot?
Yeah. See the way Dylan's stance is, he is
Yeah.
looks like he keeps he's going for that drag and I think he jumped the gun a little too much, but Dylan's coming right back. I think oh, I think the ref should have let him wrestle a little bit. I don't think they were off the cylinder like he was saying.
Well, they
'cause
were a little bit.
I couldn't see York's feet. I know Dylan was out of bounds, but the way it is the outer circle, which is the cylinder, and the way this rule's written is no matter like what the wrestler can have a shoestring touching or hovering above that cylinder, and they're still technically in bounds, and wrestlers can
What
collect.
just happened?
There was a caution. Like I said, there's that rule change where they make him wait a second. And there's the second one, he's trying to jump the gun, trying to anticipate the whistle to get his first move in real quick. But if Dylan did give up one more, he would have lost a point. The wrestler needs to get off Dylan's ankle, though. The ref can't see it, but he's been hanging out there really low.
Is he not supposed to be there?
Yep, and there Dylan gets another injury. He actually has a bum knee, too. Dylan's fighting a lot of injuries right now. And York's probably going to choose neutral. I think it's actually a point. Yep, that was a point because it was his second injury. Don't know if Chad's going to let him come back. It's all up to Chad right now if he's going to wrestle, but like that was happening after 2 injury time stops, there is a point awarded to the wrestler who did not take the injury time. In this case, it's York.
Well, York has a brace. Dylan's being stubborn and not wearing a knee brace.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly what's wrong with it. I don't know if a brace could even help him.
But
kind
it
of
doesn't
thing.
hurt to try.
And that is very true. It probably would not hurt him to try at all.
I have a feeling Dylan is completely done.
Ah,
By the looks
No.
of No, he's coming back
yeah.
with a strong recovery.
Yep.
He'll be feeling this in the morning.
Oh, for sure.
How am I doing? Alright, so Dylan is on bottom.
And the ref did
Bottom
just
position.
yes. York did have something. They're kind of mouthing off to the ref about rules and everything, but they're saying that he got choice like he did after the first injury time, and I don't know exactly that rule. Not much on rule.
I didn't think it mattered.
I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not gonna talk on it. But
At a pastel, I remember someone else mouthed off about the rules, and he ended up not even knowing what he was talking about.
I don't remember that one.
A
But
middle school duel.
oh yeah, that was a weird situation at that middle school duel.
But there's 14 seconds. 8 in favor of York, 4 for SVU. They are now neutral, which
Yeah.
is Dylan's.
I can see Dylan just needs to stay on him and just start working on, like I said earlier, how you could break wrestlers, which is virtually snapping the willpower or their will to stay out there. And
So as ref just said, red is taking bottom. which means Dylan can have a good chance of gaining points as long as he can stay on him.
Yeah, he needs to keep him down.
He needs to wear him out.
Yes. He needs to either get turns or either let him up and start working his takedowns.
After this, I believe this is the...
After this match, there will be 197, which would be Caleb West. But that match at 197 is going to be
Dylan's on top. Dylan's cutting his riding time.
Yeah.
He needs to just stay on him, stay strong.
Yeah, they're working in a scramble right now, but don't know what's going on. I think York's working that reversal. He's trying to elevate that leg. In these scrambles, that's key is you want to. Oh, he did step over those back legs of Dylan and still just got awarded that. But just another reminder, there's February 1st at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. There's going to be two basketball games brought to you by the SVU broadcast team. And Dylan did just get pinned by York. That's 16 points, and but
the ending score is 10-4 in favor of York. And the next wrestling weight class is 197 with Ruben Mendez and John Shorter.
Yep, that's out here.
Ruben being from SVU, of course, and John Shorter from York. A little bit about Ruben, though. He is from Tolleson, Arizona, and he graduated from Union High School. He currently lives in Blacksburg.
Yeah, his dad moved out there with a job and everything, but looks like
Ruben's a really tough fighter, I should say.
Yeah, he's from Arizona. He did a lot of stuff on the international styles of wrestling, which is freestyle and Greco. Just from wrestling with him or just watching him wrestle, he is a big Greco guy, which means he likes to keep it up body.
So what just happened there?
He hit like a modified fireman's carry. He kind of like that knee pick that Jarrett hit earlier, which is the same similar move there.
It looks like he's about to try to cradle him.
Yeah, he's working across his cradle, maybe a Turk, but I don't know why the ref is letting him hold that ankle so long. I'm pretty sure that should be a stalling call if he holds ankles for like 5 seconds.
If Ruben can just fight a little bit and get out,
yeah, he
should be good.
Yeah, he has a crossface. He's grabbing his elbow and pulling his arm across. He needs to break that free.
Couldn't he grab his wrists?
Yeah,
or would that not help any at all?
He has to scrape a hand off of him, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now York is on top.
Ruben did give up a fall at 1 minute 35 seconds in the first period. And coming up last at heavyweight, the main event, the big boys.
We have J.D. Drasbeck from SVU, and we have from Yorktown, Mike Spencer. A little bit about J.D. He is a senior graduating this year. He comes from Great Falls, Virginia. He went to Langley High School.
Yeah, and a few other things about him. He's a very, very active person on campus. He's a
president of the school.
Yeah, he's a student body president.
Yes.
And means
he likes to go wide.
Yeah, it's a not well. Clearly, you can see the size difference here. And JD's definitely not a full heavyweight. The max being 285, and then anywhere from 198 pounds to 285. But there's a nice double leg from York, and again turned. This is gonna be a hard place to get out for JD because.
But knowing JD, he'll fight.
And just like that, just how he rolls out. Does give up a 4 near fall, making the score 6-0 with 2 minutes left in the first period. And
But it's okay. He's got 2 more periods to go. He can catch up by then.
Yeah.
As long as he. Oh,
yeah.
JD has chosen.
The takedown.
Bottom?
No, he didn't choose. He was taken down. Ended when they went out of
because
bounds.
of
He
the
was on the bottom
takedown.
position. Yes.
Well, York is riding him,
Yeah.
which is.
Probably pretty
He seems to be
tiring on
putting
JD.
pressure
Oh yeah,
on
he
his
just ran a
neck.
power. Ooh, that was a fall at a minute 8, and that's probably really hard. That's a big boy on top of JD. That ref was really quick to call that fall though, but
I didn't even see him fall.
oh, it was the fall, the pin. But thank you for tuning into this edition of SUU Wrestling against York College in Pennsylvania. The next time SUU will be broadcasting is once again February 1st, which is 2 basketball games. The first one starts at 3. The next one starts at 5 p.m. The wrestling team will be back on the broadcast on February
3rd.
Yes, February the 3rd. At
that a
7
home
o'clock. Yes, that is a home one. They are traveling to Pennsylvania Technical College and
Good job, SVU.
yeah, they went out there and fought hard. Gave up, probably didn't go the way they thought it was going to go, how they wanted to go, but
They still worked hard.
yes.
That's the first time I've seen Jared lose.
Yeah, Jared, he's a really tough guy. He's really
Probably really mad about
oh
it.
yeah, he's probably really mad. He's a really competitive guy, but but I am Todd Magoon and for Autumn Costin, and just want to say good night, have a great weekend, and good night.